Some people can't read. Like.
I'm in coke with.
That's a fire name for a drink, though.
No.
Hey, yo, disclaimer.
This is our safe space.
We do not have the facts.
We don't have the facts.
We do not have the facts.
Nothing said on this podcast should be taken serious.
We accept all creeds, religions, races,
Ethnicities,
Genders.
sexualities, sizes.
so on and so forth. With that being said,
We have love for everybody.
toughen the fuck up.
Toughen up.
Them the ones ain't gonna let.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's ever okay to man or woman to cry on social media.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, I'm trying to think of a good. I'm trying to think of a good metaphor of that, like where you don't cry. Like you know, if you're in a situation where like you start crying, people would be like,
"Yeah, why are you crying?
Why are you crying? Like you crying here,
just,
like
I said, yo, it's just it doesn't seem genuine. You taking the steps to pull out your phone, cry on your screen,
that's what it is.
and then share it. Like you have to click another button and share and post all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Explaining your situation.
You wrote out the hashtags.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
you have a paragraph.
Too much.
This fucking long on your shit. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not crying by the end of that paragraph.
No. The only time it's okay to cry on social media is if you're on live and you don't just go on live and cry. Like you're on live and you're doing whatever, and then you start crying. Then it's like, okay, this is genuine.
Kobe
like,
died.
Word. Then it's like, oh shit, that's cool.
You better turn that shit off before you start crying.
Yeah, but that shit might catch me before I turn it off. You know what I'm saying? This shit might catch me.
I feel like a lot of people just don't really have genuine friends. Like, there's no way you have family and friends if you cry on social media.
I'm gonna keep it real.
That's so crazy.
It's not. It's not.
You don't think so?
It's not a topic.
It's funny. It's funny. Like that correlation to be like,
because call your people. You got a mother, mom. I'm sad. My boyfriend broke up.
But a lot of people's family and friends are the internet, you know?
A lot of people, for real, a lot of people, even a friend group, is just their perception of people that they want those people to be in their lives.
It's a disease.
You know? It's never like a genuine, like, I know you, you know me, we good. Like, I don't want to say never that, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
With people like that cry on social media, you know what I'm saying? It's like a transactional relationship.
Yeah, word.
What have you done for me?
Yeah, what have you done for me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I got this person to help me with stocks. I got this person to help me with like this information. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a transactional relationship. So it's nothing like you can't even in a moment of crisis feel like you could talk to that person about something really emotional that's going on with you. You know what I'm saying?
So your choice is the post.
Yeah, that's an outlet for you.
Yeah.
Or that's or they're just too fucked up in the brain and realize that nobody on the internet really fucking cares that you're crying. No. You know what I'm saying? It's not building you any kind of value emotionally with anybody that you're following. That's following you.
Just seen Sweet performing in Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah.
She need Quavo, but she don't want to hit him. She need Sweetie. You're never going to see this, but if you ever see this, hit him up. He waiting for you too. I can tell you, as a toxic man, I know it. He waiting for you.
I gotta take.
He might not even be toxic.
I gotta take the opposing position.
I'm toxic. He waiting for you.
I gotta say that I don't think that was a cry for help. I honestly think that you thought that you were flexing on that nigga. I know. You thought you was the shit. I know you did. I know. You know she. She thought I'm gonna post this one
and get this group. Like.
She had a collection jar.
Yo, she had a video of her explaining that shit, but I ain't even like that.
I don't care. Don't explain it to me. Whenever somebody explains it to me, that means they know they did something stupid that needs to be explained. Why are you explaining this shit? If it was some real, live shit, you're not. Come on, man.
If you just got it,
that shit said pretty. I don't know what it said. It was written on a cardboard box. You have millions of dollars. I don't understand. Like,
she was,
I don't have millions of dollars, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Ain't it funny how like a woman's implants will look worse if she's doing some broke bitch
right?
shit? Like her implants.
I looked at her entire. I'm like, I used to like you.
You know what I mean? Though?
She was kind of fire.
Them fake titties look so much worse next to some cardboard sign. They just don't.
Everything about
it. They look faker. Yeah.
Yeah, her hair didn't look as natural.
Nah,
that was real. It was you literally seen her. It wasn't on that
produced.
Yeah, it wasn't high production. It was just like, oh,
damn,
this is what you look like.
That shit.
And did you see this? There wasn't even people there. Like, it wasn't nobody there. This is Saweetie we talking about. You would think she got what, 3? Like we just talked about followers. She got like at least 1 million followers. At least.
She got more than that. Sure.
Exactly, but we're gonna say at least. She got at least 1 million. I ain't got 1 million.
Damn,
all of us combined ain't got 1 million. That bitch got 1 million followers.
If a woman, now let's say a woman just got divorced, would then it be okay to make a crying post?
No.
No?
Yeah, nah.
These bitches nowadays getting billies off divorces.
Billy, no way you sliced it. No way you sliced the cake. Don't cry on social media, baby. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, don't. Do
I'm sorry that whatever you're going through, I'm sure it hurts, and it's okay for it to hurt. I'm not negating you crying. I'm just negating you crying on social media. Don't do it.
Put the fucking phone down.
Yeah, put the phone down. Put the phones down.
Toughen up.
What are you talking about? That's the new era women. New era women gonna do that. Yeah, your grandmother's not crying on social media.
You think them bitches deserve that Billy though?
That Billy?
A whole Billy from these niggas?
Not for me. They can get it from somebody else. Not for me.
You saying like the whole like
Bill Gates and shit. Like you
Jeff
think
Bezos shit?
Yeah. So you think these bitches really deserve a Billy?
No. What did you do? No.
I think it's
unless he was cheating on her throughout this shit and putting her through some shit that she had to really.
Even
I mean, a relationship is a relationship. I never want to take that away because everybody's relationship is different. But are you entitled to $65 billion just because you married to the man that made $65 billion? Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
But she was though.
Was she? Was she shooting in the gym?
I think it's the dynamic.
Might have massaged my feet.
I think the principle. So the principle is the same.
That's not enough.
But I can get somebody to massage my feet.
The principle that you guys would agree with is the same, but the dynamic is different. So
Okay. I'm walking.
If I made $120 million, or if Brian made $120 million, or if Andre made $120 million, would I feel entitled to his money? No. Would I think he's an asshole for maybe not like helping me out or putting me in certain ways for me to get my money up? My point is if you had a friend who was your friend for 15 years,
yes,
and then you won the lottery, you're not gonna take care of him in any kind of way?
Nah, of course, but that nigga that chick has been taken care of.
Yes.
We're talking about wives. We're talking about spouses.
Word.
You know, like you know what I'm saying?
I'm saying
then that's what.
What's the difference between the homie and the wife?
The point is, at the certain point, the providing of a wife. You know what I'm saying? I guess. But a mental thing is probably different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he comes home, he bounces ideas, blah, say blah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, your duties as a wife in that position have been exceeded by my goal to get billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I have people that's cooking for me. I have people that's holding down the fort. It's not about that, though. I got people that's bouncing ideas off of in a boardroom or a war room. I got people, you know what I'm saying? I got people to do all of this shit for me. You're kind of just enjoying the life. And as you should, because you held me down, but you're not entitled to half of my
That's what I'm saying.
When we're done.
You were holding me down, I got no problem taking care of you. And majority of the women, like the woman of Bill Gates, his wife, I guarantee you she's been held down. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos' wife, they've been held down. But now that we are no longer together, I am not morally obligated to hold you down. I can.
But if that man felt like he wasn't morally
great,
morally morally committed, like he had to based on his morals, then he would have got a prenup. You get what I'm saying? Like you always have the option.
Yes and no.
To get it. Like if you feel that way, like my thing is when
it's woman, a battle. You know how they battle with women.
Of how these men found their wives is what they were doing, right? Like a woman will be involved with you, and I'm not saying gold digger shit either.
No, I know
a woman who's like, wow, this guy's smart and he's focused and he's got an idea that's really good. I'll be the woman that makes sure that he's happy. I'll be the woman that is in his corner no matter what when that man comes home. Women gotta
realize it's not a one of one.
It is still. I feel like it's not fair to take that away from women.
I'll bring that. What about other women that aren't like that? What's Dr. Dre's wife? Are we about to say that Dr. Dre's wife is one of those?
How long?
She wanted the prenup, and she's charging him like $1 million.
How long has she been around? 1, 2. I'm not. It's the man's fault for getting involved with a woman like that. Do I? But
Okay.
Because I agree with you.
Then,
but that's not about the principle of her deserving it. It's about the principle that she's just a shitty person.
She did come in late during the. He was already famous by that point. I don't know what time. I don't know when Bill Gates and his wife now.
They seem like they've been together.
Does Dr. Dre's wife deserve it? Probably not. Legally, does she deserve it? Yeah.
I don't think legally. Like that's.
No, I mean it's in the contract. That's what marriage is, though. Like literally, it's written in
another
marriage
topic
law.
for me because I feel completely. I don't know how y'all feel about marriage, but my topics on marriage might be a topic for another day. Because how I feel about marriage.
Let's stay here with the.
That's what I'm saying.
The different. That's the problem, man. Legally and morally should be two totally separate things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Morally, I should feel the need to take care of you because you held me down for so long. Yeah. But when you get lawyers involved, that brings all my morality down.
But now it's fuck you. Now it's fuck you.
When you're trying to drain me for things that you think that you're entitled to, like whether your perception is that you helped me a lot during the road is one thing. You know what I'm saying? But my actual net worth and by the time we break up, what you think that you are entitled to is completely your perspective.
I feel like what causes a rift in this conversation is the fact that, at least to my knowledge, maybe this has occurred, I don't know if y'all know, but a lot of this conversation is always about the man with the woman rather than the woman with the man. Like, there's never no woman that's a multimillionaire and the man being like, oh yeah, we divorced, let me get that bread.
That has happened, yeah. Like,
did he get...
he got
that bread?
He got done bread. He
got that bread.
He's living forever.
Good for him, King.
Brittany, bitch.
All right, I'm not. Oh shit, my bad, Brittany. And look where she at. Look where she's at.
Like I think
case in point.
Down bad right now.
Down bad. She in like a fucking halfway house.
Does Kevin Federline not deserve it, or do you feel differently because he's a guy?
Kevin Federline didn't deserve.
I don't think he deserved anything.
But I think though, like I think the morality
Brittany, bitch,
and the legality are separate, and I think that decision comes into play when a man decides if he wants a prenup or not. You know, so like when it turns into what that woman is arguing for legally, it don't matter morally whether she deserves it or not because he got married to her, so she's legally allowed to come in there and argue for what the fuck she thinks she's.
Okay.
You know, so I don't think there's any on her end. I don't think there's any morally because if I was a woman and Bill Gates left me, you best fucking believe I'm lawyering up and I want half.
That's spiteful, though.
I was about to say, like,
that's mad spiteful.
You're moving...
You gotta understand...
You're moving within the laws, which is correct, and as you should. But you're moving within the laws because you feeling, though, like, oh, yeah, fuck him.
Well, no,
How many times has the
laws
been justful?
But think about it if you're... But think about it if you're not a guy and if you're that woman.
Yeah.
Right? I could sit there and really, truly believe in my heart of hearts that this nigga would have never been shit if it wasn't for me. If I wasn't the woman that he came home to, if I wasn't the chick that was holding him down and riding around and picking him up and rubbing his head and sucking his little ass dick that no other bitch would want to suck, you get what I'm saying though? Like, you got to think like a woman will go like, and again, women are different. Their mindsets too are different, where they hold the value of who they are like it's $100 billion. So a woman's thinking to herself like, yo, I gave this nigga myself, my pussy. I had 2 kids for this nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is worth...
No, I got a question then.
Personal evaluation.
Word, that's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to play the...
No, exactly. We're not talking about
I'm
you.
trying to...
He's talking about you as in her.
Yeah.
So I would say in that instance, is it okay? I think what you're saying, I agree with you. Then it's okay for her to sue or lawyer up for that point. But I just don't think that she should win that point. Like,
she could lawyer up and she could do all that, but the basis of the law should be that you get half of my shit.
No, that's
you know
wild.
What I'm saying? 25
Kevin Federline, I didn't know that. He does not deserve anything of what Britney Spears garnished. Like,
but Britney never had to get married to him, though.
Well, then
you know what I mean.
We talking about.
But that's emotion.
Love.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. We talking about love, and then we talking about legality.
You could feel like you're in love with somebody, and they could be
fleeting. They're intertwined. So
that's when he should sign the prenup. You're saying he should have signed the prenup.
I'm saying if you feel as though you don't owe the woman half, then you have to get a prenup. If you morally feel like you don't owe her half,
tricky though.
Then you have to get a prenup. If you don't get a prenup, then
if you're not the man that you are right now,
that's why it's tricky.
Say if you
I don't know that.
Then you should have more self-confidence or self-worth. You get what I'm saying?
I give you. He's playing advocate.
Yeah, like,
I'm not mad at him. It's a tough advocate he's playing.
You don't know where you're gonna be.
It's a tough advocate he's playing.
You definitely don't know. You definitely don't know. But like, but again, when it comes down to when you have $7 billion and when you didn't, that prenup is the same. That marriage contract is the same. So if you're not going to treat yourself with that amount of worth, then don't be so surprised when you got to lose a big share of that that woman. That's a tough toss up.
I don't agree with that at all.
Because you can be homeless and then just blow up.
And how would your girlfriend
you don't
feel
and you don't owe the woman anything
if y'all both
for taking a chance on you while you were homeless and then you blew the fuck up.
Now let's say I'm
and you don't think that
y'all
a
both
woman's
had
love,
$500 in y'all bank account.
But I'm saying you don't.
When y'all got
but you
married,
don't think. But you don't.
Not.
So you give the woman no credit for her.
No,
I'm not saying no
woman.
credit, but 50%.
I didn't make it 50%.
But that's the legal. That's the
that's illegal shit. And
no,
that's
I know.
I'm
saying, but I didn't make the law, right? I'm talking strictly in. I didn't say it should be 50. Okay, but I'm saying it is 50, and everybody knows that. And I don't even want to
they get married. I don't even want to keep saying woman because I don't want to make it sound like we're really talking about women. We're not talking about women. The person. Because like we said,
I'm not saying the 50% is fair. I'm saying it's fair that everybody knows that shit before they get married.
That person,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
person.
I'm thinking a step before.
That person should then change it.
Half and half. I don't really, but I think too. I do somewhat agree with, and this is separate from playing advocate. If a woman is used to living a certain lifestyle, if you're married to a woman for 15 years, right? You put her in $1 million home. Y'all niggas not gonna agree with this. You put her in $1 million home, $2 million home. She's living a certain lifestyle, and you divorce.
The plan was to drink it till the pain over. But what's worse, the pain or the hangover? The plan was to drink it till the pain over. But what's worse, the pain or the hangover? The plan was to drink it till the pain over. But what's worse, the pain or the hangover?
Okay, if it's not okay to cry on the internet, is it okay to be offended?
What you mean offended?
Yeah, I feel like we have a huge population of people getting offended and well, you sent something in the group chat about the light skin dark skin thing. Remember? I think you sent it.
Okay.
Where the girl was like something about about what Drake being colorist or Chris Brown being colorist. We have a society of people who are constantly offended by movies, music, people's what they say, what they tweet.
I think that you could be offended and you can voice your opinion because that's what social media is for. But do not be entitled to the opinion that your opinion is over anybody else's.
I really respect that.
Facts. You know
because a lot of people are like that. They think that what they're saying is true, and there's nothing that you can say against that, and it's the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah, facts. And all they need is like 5 to 7 other tweets that they can see about it to solidify that.
Fact. No, it's crazy. It's
a total fact.
Yeah.
Social media is the worst shit that's ever happened to the human population. Like, we should have never been
definitely gonna be our downfall.
Exposed to all of these many thoughts. It's way too many thoughts out there for all of us to be exposed to. Like, you can go on Twitter and see motherfuckers from Bangladesh talking about a topic, and that will influence what you're talking about. Meanwhile, the upgrowing in Bangladesh is entirely different from the upgrowing in United States of America.
It's all anecdotal.
Exactly, and it just fucks up everything.
Perspective could say, though, too, that, having the world be so connected is a positive.
Okay.
I don't think that our brains are wired
to be like that.
Yeah. Like, you have to
technology has exceeded our evolution.
Word.
I feel that. I can respect
that. I think the people in here, like, we are... And I don't mean the high horse because we got a fucking audience. Fuck you guys. I'm not saying we're greater than anybody. I'm just saying that we understand that we can derive information from that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the masses that don't follow that. Like, they see something on social media and they run with that shit.
Yeah, they believe.
Whereas
it,
like the masses in the world, like the minority in the world, will be like, okay, well this guy's stupid, this girl is stupid, but this person makes sense. The masses sees that shit, they're like, oh wow, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Oh, this is what's going on.
It's not. Yeah, I think people allow the internet to make up their opinions for them.
Word. Yeah. Exactly. Without doing their own shit.
Without even just like kind of think. They're just like, oh, everybody's saying this guy sucks.
Yeah, it
this
works.
guy sucks.
You know? It's like, what are you talking about? He's a good guy, actually.
It's a weird ass dynamic because some people could be swayed so easily because of social media. You know what I'm saying? Like go from this side to this side and like boom, bam, boom. But some other people, they see something and it's lockstep with that idea. You know, nothing else that they see on social media, even if they got shown it in the same way that they got shown their information, can get them out of their way.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's very what's the like you're in an echo chamber where you only look for what people are gonna like. You only see what your truth. You only find your truth and people who agree with your truth.
Word.
You know, and you don't really take time.
I never heard that term.
I think a big part, and this really shows you where my head is at. But like, I feel like this will be a big problem. I think because I think like I see a lot on the time on Instagram where like you'll just see a young pretty girl, right? I'm not saying these girls aren't pretty, but nothing like prettier than the hot chick in your high school, right? You know, like a solid 8.5, maybe 9, like, but Piscataway 9. Or whatever, or wherever you're from, small town, whoever the hottest chick in your high school was,
respect.
like that, she's not celebrity hot, right? She's not America's Next Top Model hot. But now that these girls though are 17 and they got 60,000 followers, 70,000 followers, 100,000 followers, and I feel like that's gonna really have like a really, I don't know the effect. But like
effect, right.
We'll cut this name out, blah blah blah. But remember, hot as fuck. I remember Instagram just started coming out when we were like juniors, maybe. She was getting like 70 likes, and I remember like that shit was crazy. Like she got 72 likes. Like
I still think 70 likes is crazy.
It's like but like now would probably have 120,000 followers. And be getting 5,000-10,000 likes on a picture. And now I feel like there's probably 10, 15 girls from every high school, 5 to 10, with thousands of followers, with huge followings.
And
little girls.
Know how to utilize that.
Yes.
Not only just like they know how to take pictures and look pretty and get the followers, they know how to utilize that following to like either attack someone or brand themselves.
Ooh, yes, attack somebody. No, I don't think it's good at all.
You don't think it's good?
I think there's this false. We're getting this false sense of establishment and growth and reputation through followers, right?
Okay,
if you have 250,000 followers, automatically people assume you're successful.
Yeah,
you worked hard to get there. You have your life together. You got a bunch of money. Like if I have 220,000 followers, everybody I meet, it goes like, oh, he's there. He got it. He knows. He's doing it. He's figured it out. He worked hard enough to accomplish this, or he did this, or he's successful, or he's really talented at what he does.
Yeah.
And some of those things do correlate. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to take away from people who really garner real.
It all depends on the content that you're providing, though.
That's a huge part of it, and I just feel like I think we need to take a step back from just putting all of our respect in people's social media followings. I think that's because what does that do to a 16-year-old girl when she thinks she's the queen of the world?
Yeah.
When she has 60,000 followers, she's getting 1,700 likes on a picture of her fucking feet.
Yeah.
1,000 comments, I love you, this and that. Imagine what that does to her mindset.
And
you actually correct.
And she's really not shit. No offense to her, but she's a 16-year-old girl who's done nothing but be pretty.
No skills, do anything.
No diplomas.
Don't know nothing.
You don't gotta play sports. You don't gotta write poetry.
And it don't have to be a 16-year-old girl. It can be a 16-year-old boy.
Anybody.
Strong chiseled chin, like he don't know shit.
That's the real difference between these generations.
Same shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause a woman like that, a girl like that will have that kind of backing.
Girl.
You know what I'm saying? A girl like that will have that kind of backing and all those thoughts in her head. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm right here.
She could be successful. People will think that she's successful. People will think that she's got it. People can think like she's the hottest shit on earth, right?
Yeah.
So that would lead her to more fucking options in the dating marketplace. Yeah. So she